Hello again, music fans. I am back here for, well, as promised, the part 2 of my Abba collection. Alright, this will be the DVDs and the books. Let's get started. Here we have the compilations of the music videos, of which they did many. Here's the first one, is Abba the Collection, single disc set. And it has 35 songs. Most of them are music videos, alright? They're really pioneers in the making of music videos. Abba the Collection. Got a really nice booklet, this one also. You know, a lot of pictures. Now we go with this one, Abba number ones, which is the companion piece to a CD that is also called Abba number ones. Alright, this one, well, I can't really, there are the tracks. Can't really count them right there, but there's of course there's a lot of overlapping between this and this, and from the ones that I'm going to show you next also. Alright, what it does have here is, here's some bonus tracks. Waterloo from Top of the Pops, England 1974, from TV appearances. Not music videos. Then we have this one called Abba en Concierto, which is in Spanish for in concert. However, I believe this is a bootleg because, first off, they are not in concert here. It's just a collection of, again, of their music clips, and they're not in a very good quality. These two are pretty good quality. You know, the image quality as well as the sound. Another one that looks kind of bootleggy is this one, Thank You for the Music. This is a collection of TV appearances, a lot of TV appearances. But I do believe this is an official release. This one is kind of sketchy here. Abba en vivo, which means in Spanish live. Again, it is not live, it is just a collection of TV appearances. Even though those pictures lead you to believe that it's some sort of concert, it's not. But anyway, a lot of good stuff to have here. And also, much of the video clips that I'm showing here are also on the bonus discs of the special edition CDs, which I showed in my previous video. Now let's get to these. This one is Abba live in Japan. This one is really good. You know, it is indeed live. Their TV appearances in Japan. Abba conquering Japan right there. A lot of great interviews, you know, behind the scenes stuff of their tour of Japan. Then we have from what I know, the only live concert here, which is Abba in concert. A full live concert. Also with a really good booklet. And last, for the DVDs, we have Abba the movie, which is indeed a movie that chronicles their tour of Australia. And it also has a lot of live material. I, in fact, saw this in a movie theater way back when, so I was lucky to see it, you know, in the movies. Let's go now with the books. We'll start with this book in Spanish, which is called Abba, el pop que vino del frío, which means the pop that came in from the cold, in reference to the title, The Spy That Came In From the Cold. You know, it's kind of a play on words right there. This is, I haven't read this one. It is pretty exhaustive. The type is really, really small. But it has some, you know, a lot of good pictures there, a lot of good color and black and white pictures. There's Benny and Bjorn as they are now. The musical they made, the chess, after ABBA. You know, a lot of good info there. This is kind of an unofficial magazine. It's kind of like a very thin. All right, and it is printed on a very thick paper, but the photos, you can tell, were kind of like scanned from other sources. You know, from other magazines or from other books, so they have that kind of blurry quality. So that's why I say this is an unofficial release. Also in Spanish. The thing I don't like about this one is that it kind of makes fun of ABBA and downplays their musical importance. Right here it says Generación Kitsch, which means Generation Kitsch, which I really don't agree with. You know, I don't consider ABBA kitsch or anything like that. If you know what that means, it means it's a derogatory term, which means something that is a very how can you explain it really? I'll try to put a definition up here. Alright then, here we have this one, the complete ABBA, a 40th anniversary celebration. Exhaustive. A lot of really good material. You know, really complete with a few color pictures there. Now we have this larger book, which is Alba the Scrapbook. This is, as far as pictures go, you can't go wrong here. Not only about ABBA themselves, but all of their, you know, merchandise. Great photographs here. There's Frida and Agneta. It is loaded with pictures on every single page, covering their entire career. Abba the Scrapbook. Last but definitely not least, we have simply ABBA here. This is their official book, and which came out celebrating their 40th anniversary, I believe. And it is put out by the band. It is very heavy. It's a hardcover. It came out in several languages. This one that I have is the Spanish language version. And pretty much everything you ever needed to know. And the picture quality is outstanding. This was a pretty pricey book, but it's totally worth it. All right, it's simply called ABBA. There's, of course, several other ABBA books that I don't have, and I will pick them up if I find them interesting. Well, that's it for my ABBA collection. You saw the music, and you saw the DVDs and the books. I don't have any merchandise, you know, T-shirts, mugs, or things like that. So that's all I have, but I believe it's a pretty good amount. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching, and so long.